Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. We're set for today's video. The Beer's courtesy of Chris. Thanks so much, Chris. I really appreciate it. So I think, I'm almost positive I've had something from this brewery before, because I remember the horse's face on the one side and then the rear end on this side. All right, so it's Millersburg Brewing Company out of Ohio. French Ridge, India Pale Ale, Wild Rosy. 7.5% ABV. Ooh, here's something I haven't seen in a long time. 70 IBUs. Remember the great IBUs wars? Whoever won those? I don't remember. The consumer. All right, let's get into it. I'm just going to pour the whole can in. Instagram photo be darned. Looks beautiful. Jeez. I don't know, do you want the front or the back of the horse? Yeah, there you go. Beautiful orange color, orange marmalade specifically. Nice head, barely off white, pretty compact bubbles, a little sudsy on top. I didn't know what kind of IPA, if it'd be unfiltered, a little bit more filtered. What do you guys think this is? More unfiltered? Yeah, sorry. What do you guys think this is? Is it more unfiltered, more quote unquote hazy? I don't know. It's definitely unfiltered into hazy on my end, but I'm curious what you guys have to say. Let's get into the aroma. I don't know if it's because I said orange marmalade in the look, but I smell some of that. It has an orange zest, but it has an orange sweetness, not just orange juice, but again, almost like a marmalade. I get a little nuttiness, which I sometimes get out of IPAs. I think it's the yeast that contributes that for me. To me, it's or best I can figure out, because I've had other people say I also get nuttiness, and I had people say, what are you talking about? And I've kind of landed on, I think it's like cilantro. To me, cilantro tastes delicious. To some people, it tastes soapy. I think it's kind of that thing. Sometimes some people pick it up, sometimes people don't pick it up, or figure out the words I mean to say. It's like a floral West Coasty thing at times too. It smells good. Let's get into the taste. Cheers. Thanks again, Chris. Hope you're doing well. That's nice. This is mostly West Coast. Actually, you know what? Kind of makes sense. It doesn't have to be brewed in the geographic region, but it kind of is like that Midwestern IPA where it leans, West Coast, but there's a little bit of the New England kind of, influence on it. The way the orange, actually, it's mostly West Coast. The more this is lingering on my palate, it really, wow, this is like a trip. This is taking me back. I might still land somewhere in the Midwest, but it's super leaning into the West Coast, okay? This is reminding me of a lot of beers I used to drink, which I always hate saying that because it's a reminder of there's all these styles of beers that you don't drink a lot anymore that you like, and this is a really nice reminder of that, though. It's got that orange zest, marmalade. It is more how I think of West Coast orange. There is a pine sappy thing, which I didn't get in the aroma, which surprises me. There is a little bit of a floral thing, but to me it's more piney, dank in the taste. So you're kind of getting the trifecta of those kinds of things. Is this IPA more floral, danky, or what was the other thing I just said? Oh, piney. It's kind of like a nice, it's a nice reminder of these beers I used to crush and love. A little bit of apricot, dried apricot specifically. Great level of bitterness. Great level of bitterness with some sweetness, that helps bring some balance to this beer. It's crisp with a little bit of a mouthfeel, and that's where I kind of keep going back and forth. Do I want to call this just a West Coast IPA, or does it have some of that, influence of a little bit fuller of a body, like a New England style IPA? So call it what you want. I don't know, and I'd be curious what the brewery, if they kind of weigh in. I mean, they just say IPA. It's not like they're claiming this is a New England or a West Coast or whatever. They're just saying IPA. But it does remind me, like, what are some of those beers? I know I joked about the Great IBU Wars, but it does kind of. I'm not saying it's full on like palate wrecker. Was that Green Flash? But it does remind me like those like beers that you would get from a Green Flash. It's not quite Sierra Nevada or Lagunitas, but like in that realm. What are some of those other ones? That's Green Flash. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've had Alpine. Some of those beers. I gotta do another sip. This is really tasty. I get a slight nuttiness in the taste I got in the aroma. Some caramelized malt notes. A little bit of a Cheerio maltiness also. It's a really nice sip. And then that orange keeps saying, like, don't forget about me. It's a big part of the sip. So got to bring that up again as I wrap this up. Chris, thanks again. I really appreciate it, man. Has anyone had this beer before? A beer that sounds like this one I'm describing? Anything else from this brewery? Nice West Coast IPA. Your thoughts on what a Midwest IPA is versus other IPAs? I don't know. Anything, everything. Comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.